All right, let's roll it up. It's another edition of Bystanders at Things on Flip TV. Of course, you know Michael Adekule taking you on today's edition of this program. Bayelsa and Kogi State elections went there during the weekend, and let's quickly check out what we have on these days. Of course, you know our reviewers are here. They are set to express their opinions on this post. Okay, let's quickly move down to the Daily Sun newspaper. Was the Daily Sun newspaper dishing out at the newsstand? Very interesting, beautiful, captivating headline here. APC leads in Kogi, Bayelsa. Wow. APC leads in Kogi, Bayelsa with a very beautiful rider. Police confirm 3 dead in Kogi State. 13 missing. INEC staff found. Okay, moving to another one here. Monitors accuse security personnel, political parties of truncating exercise. Collation of remaining results continue today. Let's move down to the Punch newspaper. And what is the Punch newspaper saying at the newsstand? Very good one here also. APC dislodges PDP in Bayelsa, wins governorship poll. I know my reviewers will have something to say today. APC dislodges PDP in Bayelsa, wins governorship polls. Very good rider, yes, perfect one here. Bello coasting to victory. Bello coasting to victory. Of course, you know who Bello is, the incumbent governor of Kogi State. Bello coasting to victory. It's daylight robbery, says Wada. It's daylight robbery, says Wada. Nigerians' hope in democracy destroyed, says PDP. Wow. Nigeria's hope in democracy destroyed, says PDP. Forces of darkness failed APC. They are trading words with each other. All right, moving on to Daily Sun again. Headlines and the stories here. Genocide. Nigeria must apologize to Igbo, says Fani Kayode. Genocide. Nigeria must apologize to Igbo, says Fani Kayode. Moving to another story here. 600 billion naira debts. Gen OS threatening to shut down power supply. Okay, can we see another story here? Why we are at war with Obaseki, says APC chieftain. Why we are at war with Obaseki, says APC chieftain. Moving to another story. It's battle for dominance, liberation between Oshomole governor. Okay, says commissioner. Another story from the Punch. Let's quickly check it. All right, the Punch with another very good story here. And what's the story saying here? All right, Ondo Ekiti to construct toll gates on federal roads. Ondo Ekiti to construct toll gates on federal roads. Panic as Indian guards Lagos house with lion. Panic as India guards Lagos house with lion. Of course, you can see the results of PDP here, and also at the All Progressive Congress, which is APC. 143,172, that's what the PDP has. That's the PDP candidates. And also here, 352,552 for APC. That's APC and PDP gubernatorial candidates in Bayelsa. I repeat, 143,172 for PDP candidates in Bayelsa, and also 352,552 for APC candidates in Bayelsa State. Of course, you know our reviewers are always ready to express their opinions on this platform. Let's join them for more reviews. Still Bystanders at Newsstands with Michael Adekule. I'll be right back. It's a beautiful season in Nigeria, especially Bayelsa and Kogi State.
Yes.
What can you say about these two states?
Well, the only surprise is the result of Bayelsa, because Bayelsa used to be known as PDP traditional stronghold. But the problem of that Bayelsa, PDP have to blame themselves, because the governor, one thing with trying to impose somebody on the will of the people, you always have problem like this, because during the primaries, they did not allow what do I say? They did not allow they should have allowed the will of the people to prevail during the primaries. You know, there were this so many people were not they were not they didn't agree with that primary. The likes of Timi Alaibe, you know, the governor was trying to impose his own person. Then when they discovered that there was no level playing field, the other people had to decamp to APC. That's exactly what has caused PDP Bayelsa State. Then for Kogi State, I don't I don't know why the people of Kogi State will still vote for Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello has been the worst governor in Nigeria. Even when they went to campaign, Rufai and so many other people, they were even begging the people of Kogi that they should just pardon Yaya Bello. For them to come around and still vote and still vote for him, you will discover that something happened. We were told that there were a lot of vote buying openly. So the Nigerian democracy, rather than to be growing, it is otherwise. So that's my take as far as this election is concerned.
Yes. Do you think the will of the people prevailed, looking at the margin between APC and PDP?
Yes, in Bayelsa, it's the will of the people that prevail. The will of the people that prevail in Bayelsa. But that of Kogi, I don't think so. Because there were a lot of manipulation, a lot of intimidation, a lot of harassment. Vote buying. Vote buying.
Based on the press release, I think it was recorded and evidence that violence marred the entire exercise. And whenever there is violence, it's an indication that the fundamental rights of the people to choose their leaders has been violated. And if that stands, it means the people's choice is not considered. So I don't see anything good coming out of this, as far as we still keep to this primitive way of choosing who should oversee to the good, to the welfare of the entire citizens of Nigeria, and especially with respect to these two states. So I wish them well as a state, but the product of violence will never deliver dividends of democracy. You see? And they don't have the people's interest at heart. If that is their drive, if that is their focus, they wouldn't have resort to violence. Violence simply means they have been rejected by the people, and they can't win the support of the people. And the only way to grab power, to get themselves within the corridor of power, to control the resource of the state, is to use every means to dislodge the citizens. And that's why they resort to violence. Imagine Bello, a very young, vibrant, young person, disappointing his generation. Imagine for over 30 months, he's owing the civil servants. The people rejected him, Kogi rejected him. And 2 days to the eve of the election, the federal government used their federal mind to allocate over 10 billion in the disguise of executing federal projects. Why there is election, at the eve of election, in order to sponsor violence. So I should hold Buhari's regime responsible. He has taken us 200 years backwards, promoting anarchy, promoting violence, promoting insecurity and insensitivity among Nigerians. And be it now or then, Nigeria must hold him accountable. The government of Buhari has shown us that Nigeria has no future. He have entrenched the state of anarchy, and thuggery. Imagine what is happening. It's in this 21st century where other nations are advancing technologically. Why should we be trapped in this mess? I'm ashamed being called a Nigerian. What can I learn from these people? Eh? I believe in democracy. I believe in the welfare of humanity. Beyond racism, beyond ethnicity. And how could we entrench such within this country called Nigeria? It's a shame. I'm disappointed, though I'm not surprised. But one thing is certain. The Bible declares that the evil will not last. They may prevail for some time, but there must be an reorder of events. And God, when that time comes, whatever they sow, they must reap. If they don't live to see it, reap it, their children will inherit it. The past has been our experience. Those who told those parts in previous, watch them. Where are they? Look at the likes of Ziggs, the likes of, know them. Where are their children, their descendants? They will end up that way because whatever you sow, when you pour out, you spill the blood of men because you want to grab power by all means. That power must expire someday. But what matters most is not what you do to yourself that determines how successful you are, but how willing are you? What are you doing to better the lots of your people? That is what matters. That's what makes you successful. And if that is not achieved, it is a total failure.
At this time around, I would like to tell you that what happened in Bayelsa State, we should not look it from that perspective. We are now looking at the angle of Jonathan, Silver, Lion, Alaibe. You understand? Alaibe should be the flag bearer of PDP. I don't know whether you've gone deep into this matter. But all of a sudden, the Bayelsa governor came out with another person, Diri Duye. I don't know that man from anywhere. Alaibe would have been someone that, was supposed to represent PDP. But all of a sudden, after advices from Jonathan and the Wike, even entire South, Alaibe is enjoying big fame. He's a famous person. The person that was, suited to be for PDP, to represent PDP as a governor is Alaibe. Jonathan community supported Alaibe. And Jonathan, his personality, his fame as a former president, his political career, his political whatever in the Bayelsa State. Jonathan enjoyed large followers in Bayelsa State. So what did you expect? When the Bayelsa governor goes along, invited another person to represent PDP. So something like this is expected. So let me tell you that Jonathan voted Leon, APC representative, I'm telling you.
Not even APC party, but the personality.
Perchance Jonathan voted Lion. Thank you, you are intelligent. That's why I was telling you, Jonathan, Silva, Lion, Diri. Jonathan family community voted Lion. Lion, the APC representative, not APC. They voted the personality of Lion. This is critical, personal to them, to the community, Jonathan and community at entirety, totality. It's all about Leon, not APC. The governor, Bayelsa governor, I don't think he really danced to the costume. the beat that Jonathan was beating, the drum beat. Silva was dancing from another angle or to another costume. Thank you. We're thinking he's going to win. It's not like that. Look at the entire community of Otueke dancing and celebrating Lions' victory, not APC's victory. And that is how politics should be. You vote the right person. You understand? Respect people's verdicts. Not the person even, not the platform, not the party. That is what is happening. What was happening in Bayelsa 2 days ago. They respected the person, not the platform, APC. And let me tell you this. The politics of Nigeria since 1953, I think so I'm right on my dates quotation, when Dr. Zik won election in the Southwest, and this man who started this Egbe Omo Odua, Awolowo in UK, came back team with other party platform and edged out Dr. Zik. Are you going to allow a foreigner to win election in the Southwest? That is tribal politics. Look at what Jonathan and his community exhibited today in Bayelsa. That is a good politics. It's what politics is supposed to be. It doesn't matter about the party. All that matters is the personality, the representative of the party in question, which is Lion. They voted Lion. They don't want Diri in PDP. Simple.
Looking at what transpired between the APC and PDP, I'm talking about the election. Now, especially in Kogi State, did the will of the people prevail?
Kogi State, that's a different story entirely from my own perspective. My own perception, understanding of Kogi's election is quite different from any other person. So anyway, I don't know people's opinion, but I am of the opinion that Yaya Bello is over desperate. That guy is too desperate. Yaya Bello imported thugs, bandits, kidnappers, murderers into Kogi election, gubernatorial election 2 days ago. He was a desperate man on a desperate mission, and he really won. He got what he bargained for. He rigged the election. The people of Kogi's verdicts or desire was not what we saw there 2 days ago. It wasn't spoken. Their verdict wasn't spoken for them. Their mandate was stolen. The mandate of WADA was stolen and gave to the wrong person, which is Yaya Bello. I'm telling you, the people of the political desires, the political, how do I put it? The political desires or right or civility or civil rights of the Kogi indigenes were not spoken here, were not indicated here. It was thwarted by Yaya Bello and his colleagues over there. How do you think that Adam Ochumole, as a national chairman of APC, will be hurt and held and the PDP win election in Kogi State? It sounds superstitious. He went there, kneeled down and begged. Oga, what happened there was another Kosovo. War. There was war in Kogi State 2 days ago. And the desperate party, the desperate angle won. They carried the day.
And what do you think is the future of democracy?
Future of democracy in Nigeria, the future of this, we don't call it NASET democracy again because it has come of age at least 20 years now. From 1999 to now is 20 years. It's no longer on infant stage. The democracy in Nigeria has been rubbished. See, historians, people that understand, people that think back down to memory lane or historical lane. What do you think that orchestrated the first coup in Nigeria in 1966? Was it not corruption? Was it not dwindlers, our politicians that dwindled and swindled money then? They rigged the election then. They took bribe. They gave contracts and asked the contractors for 50% egunje. What is happening now? How do you relate it or compare it to what happened then in 1966? Was corruption in 1966 on higher level than what is happening now? Don't you know that corruption, what is happening in this present dispensation, is over 10,000 times higher than what happened in 1960s that orchestrated the military, stage coup. I'm telling you, no democracy in Nigeria anymore. Even if you ask me, I tell you, I prefer military regime. The current crop of Nigerian politicians are over corrupt. They have taken law into their hands. They have been doing that on daily basis. What is suited in this, what we all opine for now, I'm opining for it, is military to come back and flush out these roads. They are animals in human skin. We don't need them anymore. I'm tired of Nigerian politics.
In Bayelsa, I'm not surprised. In Bayelsa, I'm not surprised. It's like something that is predetermined. Because PDP has ruled Bayelsa for 20 years. They see what spillage. Bayelsa is local government. Bayelsa is having 8 local government. The entire Bayelsa is no more than a Limosho local government in Lagos. So where is the development? Where is development? Bayelsa should be a very good, clean state. It's the smallest state in Nigeria. 8 local governments. And look at what Bayelsa turns to. Others are seeing Bayelsa from outside the world. And the guy that won the election also see Bayelsa, where he's taking Bayelsa to. Now, for Bayelsa alone, look at the oil facility and some other oil revenue coming to Bayelsa. Even if Bayelsans are not working, they're supposed to be getting some token. But that is not what is on the ground. So, because one thing about politics is this. Politics is meant for developing people. But what has politics turned to in Nigeria? Politicians take away money, planning for the future yet unborn. It's quite unfortunate. I expect that APC will win Bayelsa. I'm not surprised with the result. But definitely they will surely win because we have to change the system.
Looking at the antecedents of the incumbent
governor. We have to change the system. I do watch Bayelsa on TV, and it's quite unfortunate what you see on the screen.
The development is not encouraging.
It's not encouraging. So I'm not surprised with the result.
The victory of APC.
I'm not surprised.
Now let's move down to Kogi State.
Kogi State. Although I don't think the result has been declared.
It has not, but
it's
Bello is leading.
I'm not surprised by Bello leading. Bello will surely lead. But one thing about Kogi State is, what is the political experience? What is the political experience? What is the political atmosphere in Kogi State? Between Bello and the other guy, who is most popular? Who is most politically acknowledged? It's Bello now. So the result has shown us the way it will go. So it's nothing to surprise about. I don't even expect people to fight, to kill each other, because Bello is in incumbent. So this other guy, I don't see him as being popular like that. Bello is more popular than him. So the result from Kogi State, it doesn't surprise me. I only advise the governor to, this second time, to do a lot of things, to change the life of Kogi people, to change the landscape, to take Kogi, to show potentials of Kogi. And
because the citizens are lamenting seriously.
Yes, and to take Kogi to the world. Look at Lagos. Lagos is flooded. If all these states are developed, how many people will we find in Lagos? So Bello should, God has given him this second chance to develop the state, to attract foreign investors to the state.
Now looking at Dino Melaye, a major player.
Dino Melaye is not a challenge to Bello, because Dino Melaye lost in the PDP primary. So Dino Melaye is not a challenge to Bello at all. It's not a challenge to Bello at all.
So he wasn't relevant in the election?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Governor Bello should just make sure that this second term develop the state more.
And do the necessary.
Do the necessary. Build infrastructure. The challenge in the country is infrastructure. So you should build infrastructure. For me, Kogi is a Nigerian economy. So you should do a lot in agriculture, drive the agriculture, so that people will be engaged and the place will be a better place for people to live.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Looking at what happened in Bayelsa and Kogi State.
Bayelsa and Kogi State is not a news to me. I know that is a thing that will happen. Therefore, It's not a strange news to me.
That's APC flushing out PDP in both states.
It's not a new thing to me. You know, APC, Kogi is already their party. Kogi was already their party. Now, and you will not understand that APC have been struggling to have a solid ground in South and Southeast. Mostly those oil states.
Oil-rich states.
Now, so they can do, they will do anything. If at all it requires to sacrifice human being, they will do it. If at all it requires to go to Satan and pick power, they will do it. To win that Bayelsa. But if you watch what happened in Bayelsa, whether they rigged the election or they did not rig the election, which I am sure they rigged the election. Bayelsa election after today is not people's will. But we have to look something. What happened in 2015 election, general election, I'm thinking that's what happened in Bayelsa. PDP against PDP. I'm not there.
PDP
against PDP. Then they give Bayelsa, they give APC the chance to win. If you watch in 2015, NPDP against PDP. NPDP departed from PDP, joined APC, and do what? And tussle PDP out of power and went and become members of APC. And watch all of them that they come from PDP that time to APC. All of them lose out in 2019 election. All of them run back again to PDP. To come and do what? The party you destroy, you come back to join, think that you can win it. That's the problem that you could have. The same thing I suspected happened in Bayelsa again. Now, I did not follow them in campaign. I did not follow up their campaign, both in news, both in television or in paper. I want to ask, if you watch likely, that state is where the former president come out from. If PDP cooperates, PDP in Bayelsa cooperate with former president, I'm not sure this will happen. Because
cooperated with
Jonathan, I'm not sure this will happen. Because Jonathan's influence matters a lot
in that state.
No matter what happened, he's not in power. Even if at all, APC is a party, nobody can touch them. They abuse as they abuse. The man influence could have done something.
Not to the extent of overcoming the state of the ex-president
of Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Even in his own local government.
So there's a friction. There's disagreement. There is a
sort of conspiracy
there.
Between Seriki Dixon and ex-president.
Yes. That's what I'm suspecting. Because okay, now, go to the profile of their campaign. Bring the picture, bring the camera, bring the video of their campaign before the election. Check how the former president participated. Whether he participated fully on behalf of his party or on behalf of Dixon. Now, you understand the point I'm making. I'm not there. But if you watch, you may see that even if he participated, not with full assurance to back this man up, the president up, there's something wrong. No matter, in my place, in Igbo land, we said no matter how cattle grow, it must only bend down before he will suck his mother's breast. No matter how big he are, he must only kneel down to suck he or her mother's breast. And in my place, we say that, this okra never grow more than the owner who planted it. If you want to grow so much, the man will bend it and break it. I'm sure that what happened in Bayelsa. Now, if you watch Dixon, I think this is his last tenure. This is his last tenure. He have gone 8 years. This may be the 8 years he have gone. Maybe watch out. You want to impose candidates that the PDP don't want onto PDP in Bayelsa. That's what happened in Imo State that made Okrocha and his in-law to lose out. Okrocha was a bad governor. In the whole federation, I haven't seen a fraud government like Okrocha own. Still, we people of Imo tolerate it. But why annoys us that made him to say no? When he want to impose his in-law upon the people, want to build a stupid dynasty in Imo State that doesn't.
Which is against the people.
It's against our own culture. Apart from politics, against our own culture. You understand? In Igbo land, you cannot rule me finish. You get up to rule me again. No, and that family will take over. That is our own.
There should be equity.
Equity. Now, I'm suspecting that this king want to post a cabinet whom he feel that he can put there on control. Where these people told him no, it cannot be so. Instead of it to be so, everybody will lost out. That's what I'm suspecting happened in that state. Fine, it happened so. And the APC, we are looking a place to sleep. And you come and put Vata foam and Mocha foam for them with a nice pillow and bedsheet. They have to sleep. They have to come and lie down. That's what in Bayelsa.
In every election, even in my own social club election, we had an election on the platform. There must always be an aggrieved set of people. There must always be a bruised set of people. There's no election that you will see people that will not complain. People will surely complain. The loser will surely complain. In Bayelsa, where we have a PDP stronghold, the PDP's home, the PDP's house, all the elections they've been doing in Bayelsa, PDP have been winning. They've been winning the election. So if APC or SOPIT, if APC truncate their winning streak, definitely people are tired of PDP mentality. Definitely people are tired on uncompromising, deteriorating, disintegrating set of things that the PDP are doing in that particular area. Honestly speaking, people's demand has been taking place in Bayelsa.
Now, looking at what happened, it was somehow, I won't say really, it was somehow a bloody situation in Kogi State. You could see what happened there. It was a violent election that took place.
Is there any election, I want to put it to you back, is there any election in Nigeria that was no violence? Even in Lagos State, where the 40-40 House of Assembly was for the APC, people still violated places, people burnt tires. There was a crisis in Papa Jao, there was a crisis in Airport Road, there was a crisis in Festac. It's always been like that. People want to protest. The blue zone want to protest. The blue zone want to like agitating. The blue zone want to like condemning. But at the end of the day, the men of police will take charge and the place will come back to place.
And even people have speculated that the governor of Kogi State, which is Yaya Bello, brought in talks, brought in different hoodlums. And you could see that even Dinle Milaye's nephew was killed in that process.
I want to put it to you back, my anchor person. Is there any politician that we have in Nigeria that doesn't have talks? They call their hodlers, they call their APA, they call their followers, they call them talks. So there's no politician in Nigeria that doesn't have talk. PDP have their own talk, APC have their own talks.
And is that the right way to demonstrate democracy?
You call them talks. I don't know them as talks. They are followership. They are party members. If you call them talks, maybe that's the best way or the better way you want to describe them. Me, I don't see them as a talk. If you are following me, I'm a politician. You are following me
disrupting
as a
election.
If you are following me as a brother, people may refer you as a thug. But me, I don't refer you as a thug because you are a graduate. They may trigger graduates. They may slap graduates, and graduates may want to retaliate.
In that process, disrupt.
You said that. I wasn't there. You said they disrupt. I wasn't there, and I would not want to say what I don't see. I always base my own argument based on factual.
Followership.
You said what?
You call them followers.
Yeah, followers. They are followers. But I've not seen any of them that went to truncate or disrupt or carry ballot box in the news that I watched. Maybe the one you watch, maybe you saw something like that. I wouldn't know.
All right, so what did you think the will of the people prevailed in these states?
Wow. In Bayelsa, they have nothing less than 5 million. And the registered voters shows clearly that APC, out of the main registration voters, they got almost like 21,000, I think so. 21,000, blah, blah, blah. And the PDP, the winning state, got 19. I think before Nigeria can beat Brazil, they must have taken a lot of research. They must have gone through rigorous way of how to practicalize on how to beat Brazil. So if Nigeria beat Brazil, it will be a surprise to people. And people of Brazil, people that are staying in Brazil as a nation, people, their citizens, will totally condemn that particular match. That's how is it happen? How manage? How far? That's the same question. That's the same scenario that's happening in Bayelsa. That how far? How did it happen? But it happens.
Now, looking at it again, there were talks around that. The governor of Kogi State allegedly rolled out 10 billion naira to finance.
My person, I wouldn't want to use that particular talks as a name again. During the PDP primary, I'm putting it to you, during the PDP primary, was there no talks? What made Dino Melaye to run out of the conventional center to hospital or to a particular place? It was the main followers of their party, their membership. The people tag them as courts. So, my dear, in any election, there must be a complaint. People may say talks, people may say this, but me, I don't refer them as talks, I refer them as followers. People may hijack boss, people may hijack. Is there any difference between talks and the followers? Talks are people who are not identified with the party. Talks are people who are, how do I call it, tantamount or very peculiar to probably National Union of Road Transport Workers or RTN. They always refer them as talks. But people wearing political party t-shirts, wearing cap, and you're calling them talks. It's the fallacy of argumentum ad hominem ignorantia. That's appeal to ignorance. You cannot call my political associates or my political followers, you cannot call them talks and I'll stand there and be listening to what you are hearing. It is not. I call them political followers and they're not political talks. But a situation whereby you see them carrying buses, snatching buses, disrupting election, truncating election, then I will not put it to you that these are not political party members. These are mercenaries. These are talks. But if you have not gotten to that stage, my dear brother, don't call them talks. They are political party members.
All right,
thank you very much.
You have your own opinion to make.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. All right, viewers, this is where we'll wrap it up on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV. And to join us next time as we bring you other interesting topic. I'm talking about trending topic in Nigeria. Of course, you know Michael Adekunle is my name. Always behind the camera, keeping it real on Flip TV. Latif Adewale looking so clean, looking so handsome today. And also in the studio, of course, you know, the dread man himself, Michael Ojo, that's the editor, also keeping it real on Flip TV. Till I join you next time on the same platform. Keep having a good day and stay out of trouble. Bye.